Good morning and welcome back to Little Troyer Farm. My eyes are watering like mad. My nose is running. I've been sneezing. I don't know if I've got weird allergies. It's empty. I know. I gotta go wash it up. If you are new here, welcome to the endless chaos of projects and goats and horses and the sound of joyful little children in the background. I hope that you consider subscribing and tagging along for all of our future videos. So to start off with, I'm going to get Ladybug her milk ready. So this is just the dirty one from yesterday. I have two that I swap out. I'm going to wash it with warm soapy water before I fill it up with all of her new milk replacer. Really? Now you have wet feet. Apparently, another small human is trapped in the kidding barn over here, which has now become the kitten palace because there's a hornet blocking the entrance. I don't see any hornet. Okay, how's the kitties?
Yeah, pretty good.
I'm good at kitties. Oh, hi. You're enjoying the perfect getaway where there's all of our junk, but you love it because it's like toys. Got lots of food and water. Looks like they're using their litter box. It's good.
They've been peeing and pooping in that.
Hello.
Mom, can I take pictures of them?
Not this time. Now that the crises are pretty much averted. My screen door. There it is. Now I can go back to trying to make some milk for Ladybug. So as you can see, I have a wonderful milk prepping area, aka the laundry room. So I've got a bucket of Brown's Mare Milk Replacer is what I've been using just because it's something I can get really easily in my town. Fairly easily. I shouldn't say really easy because the other week I bought the last pail and they weren't getting any more in for a little bit. So I kind of go overkill here. You could just measure out the milk replacer. I use a weigh scale more for my own, I don't know, sanity. I like to be a little bit more exact. You don't have to be. But this says 250 grams of powder per 1.5 liters of water. And we are giving her 3 liters at a time. So we're giving her 500 grams of powder and 3 liters of water. And this is a 10 kilogram bucket. So if you're quick with math, 500 grams every single feeding her. Right now we're doing about 3 times a day, to be honest. So she's getting about 9 liters of water before it's mixed together, so it ends up being a little bit more than 9 liters of milk replacer a day. 5 times 3 is 15, so she's getting 1.5 kilograms of milk replacer powder per day out of 10 kilograms. So you tell me how long that lasts. So I just use a designated scrubby that's only used for her milk pail just because it seems kind of nasty to me that I would use this on human food plates and bowls and whatnot. That just kind of seems nasty to me. The outside I'm not worried about. It's the inside that I'm getting nice and clean. It doesn't take that long. Just do it. Make sure your stuff is clean for every feed. It's better than having a sick foal because something went bad. So the bottom is a little bit stuck on there. Make sure you rinse out all your soap, of course, Don't want to have your little full farting bubbles. Please hear the joke. I know I said that really seriously, but it was a joke. Rinse out your bucket really good. And then these buckets are pre-marked. Where is it? Oh, right here. Okay. So I just set it up in a way that I can see the markings really easily. And then I just let that run with water that's fairly warm, but not like hot, hot. It's gonna cool off once you add that milk powder. So you want it a little bit on the warm side because it will cool off once you add that. Alright, second container. So the other one I only put 250 grams into it. So I'm going to do one more. So then that'll be 500 grams for 3 liters of water. Just about there. There we go. Biggest thing here is you just want to make sure all the clumps are out of it. You don't want to feed her clumpy milk. Make sure it all dissolves nice in there. And then if it's still too hot, like that's perfect feeding temperature now. But if it were too hot, you'd let it sit for a little bit to cool off. And then feed it to them once it's a good temperature. If you're feeding an orphan foal and it's colder outside, keep in mind by the time you take your milk from the house to the foal's pen, it's also going to cool down even more. So, just all things to be considered. Good morning. Are you snoozy? Hi. Look at you. Good girl. Oh, the hornets are so bad. Nope, don't push me around. No, hey. So she's excited about food, but I'm saying no. Because she needs to learn that she does not get to push me around. She can wait until she gives me space. That's gonna get some heat. It's called a love tap, where she learns. No. She stays over there. And then when she shows me that she respects my space, like almost, Good. Now is when I move out of the way and she can go and drink her milk. If they are shoving you around when you bring them their milk pail, you gotta teach them to back off, because they will push you over in a big hurry. And in another month, she's gonna be even bigger. So I highly recommend teaching them that they can't get away with shoving you all over the place. So there's her morning milk feed. All right. So I'm going to leave her with her milk. I don't want to sit around and be like, oh, it's time to snuggle when she's drinking milk. No. Back out, get out of there. Again, this is my own personal preference and my own personal opinion. Other people are going to have different opinions, and that's fine. Look at you, you're all soaking wet. My own personal opinion, so take it or leave it. But for us, we have decided not to treat her like a pet, because she's not a pet. She's a horse, and we're going to treat her like an animal, and that she is going to be a 1,000-pound horse one day. And I don't want to be shoved around by a 1,000-pound horse one day because she didn't learn manners now. Oh. Alright, well, that is exactly why. Don't. She just tried to kick me. She actually kicked the bucket. The biggest thing is you do not want to let them get away with being pushy, because I'll tell you right now, it seems like, oh my goodness, you're being so mean to the baby. But guys, I'm not. If you have seen the way that other horses interact with each other, they do not let each other get away with that. She does not get to whip her butt at me and kick me. And she needs to learn that she needs to be respectful. So now you see why the board gets all covered in milk. She needs to learn that pressure to drive them away, they need to respond to that. And that's how her water dish gets disgusting. Some things need to be changed around here. I'm going to try to tackle some stuff either today or tomorrow, which is Saturday. But it is vital to them learning manners that you do not let them get away with stuff like that, because they will trample all over you. She is only going to get bigger. She's not even that small anymore. She's well over 100 pounds. My husband's a lot better at guessing how heavy something is by looking at them. But she's only going to get bigger. And if you are letting her or a foal get away with stuff now, then you are solidifying those bad habits. No, I don't want milk face all over me. See, just a gentle push and she learns, no, I don't, she doesn't want me that close. Nope. Gentle. And then release. And she knows, okay, she doesn't want me in her space right now, so I'm going to leave her alone. So on a previous video, there have been some questions about, like, why not just put a goat with her? And I do have some reasons for not just putting a goat with her. I did think about it. There is one that I would put with her that's proper. He's my little Nigerian dwarf buck. Problem being, number one, he's not a horse. And so, yes, he would be a companion, but he's not going to teach her manners. He's not going to teach her how to horse. He's a goat. He can't teach her how to horse. And so, yes, that would fix the whole companion issue maybe, but she does have companions. They're just not right beside her. Hey, you little milk face. As well as he is a buck, which means that he is spraying everywhere right now. He will jump on her hay, and he will pee all over her hay, and he will try to eat her grain, which would be very, very bad for him. I don't have a way to feed her grain but keep a goat out of it, if that makes any sense. Because I could hang it higher up on the wall where she could barely get her face in. But a goat, if you've seen them, they, get their feet up on the wall and then they eat, while they're standing on their back legs. And so that's still not a good solution. So that's the goat thing. Any of my other goats, like, well, let's just put a baby goat with her. I can't do that because the baby goats are tiny. They're not even 20 pounds. And my concern is, what if she got frisky and she kicked them and she injured them? The 4 baby goats that I have right now, don't chew on this. Oh my goodness. The 4 baby goats that I have right now are paid for, spoken for, have a deposit on them. And if they were to get injured by her, then I would be in big trouble because they are already pre-sold, if that makes any sense. Hey, you're being a stinker today. Now I could put a full-size, one of my yearling Nubian does with her, but same problem. They're going to get into her full grain, and that's not going to be healthy for them. And it's not going to be healthy for Lady then, because she's not going to have grain to eat. Hey, Miss Nugget. As well as same thing. A foal's kick packs a pretty powerful punch. And now goats do headbutt each other, and they're pretty feisty themselves. But a goat is not a horse, and they're not going to teach her all the things that she needs to teach her. They maybe will teach her some manners. Look at you shedding out and getting so dark. But same thing. I've invested in my goats and for my high quality breeding stock, and I don't want her injuring them to the point now where I have a goat that needs to be put down or a goat that's going to be useless for breeding, all of that sort of stuff. So I've been weighing out all of these options, and I've been going, what is going to be the best solution for her? Because she needs more interaction. No, don't bite me. She needs more interaction than just the times when we come out and feed her and then, do some scratches, do some reminders for the manners. It's better for her if she's got somebody teaching her manners all the time. So we have found, I think, a solution. But we're going to share about it soon. I think we've figured it out. Now, okay, you'd say, okay, just put one of the big horses in here. You do realize how big those full horses are, right? To be in a small stall like this with a foal, all of a sudden it's very, very cramped. Now, if I make it bigger, then all of a sudden Ladybug is running around, which is only going to be damaging those front legs even more, and not helping her to recover and straighten out.
Mommy, I never did this before, so can I help?
You're gonna have to grab a chair.
Okay. I never did this before. I've got a chair behind me.
Okay, you try.
I never did it before.
Pretty cool, hey?
Yeah. I have some pancakes.
Pancakes. My favorite place. The pantry, where I store all the goodies. If you didn't know, and you're a person who's gluten-free, they make gluten-free Oreos. And they are the best. To be honest, it's a little bit terrifying sharing this video with you, especially the piece of me talking about teaching her manners. Now, first off, this is my own opinion. This is my own experience. The little love taps, it's not like I am hitting her and being like abusive or anything. I really encourage you, if you are alarmed by how I've responded to her, I would really encourage you to look up what natural, normal horse behavior is and then decide for yourself how I'm supposed to be the mother in this situation and show her how to move out of my space by bringing up my energy and sometimes reprimanding her. So her afternoon feed, she got another 3 liters. I may offer her a bit more tonight. We'll see how much she drinks. just because it's hot today and she looks pretty sweaty because her shelter doesn't get some shade from one angle. So then if she lays down, then she gets all sweaty. Here, climb through the fence. Quick, go through the fence. Whee! Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're so cute. Yeah, not you. Come on. Goodness. There. That's much better. Right? Now you don't have to bend down so far. She's looking mangy. You sweaty girl.
When are you going to do that?
This is so annoying. I literally just put this here 5 minutes ago and there's already 3 hornets in it. I'm sorry, Munchkin. That's not very fun. I'm kind of tempted to move this, oops, over here. And the other horses can't knock it off from the other side. That's a little bit better. Then I'm gonna work on hanging this bucket soon. Okay, we gotta get out of here. The hornets are so bad. I received an Amazon wish list item, so I wanted to, I can get it open. Oh my goodness! Sometimes these are easy to open, but not today. There. I don't know what it is. Ooh. So these, it says, enjoy your gift from Anna G. All the way from Illinois. I think if I read that correctly. Thank you so much, Anna. These are, for those of you who don't know, these are flat-sided bucket, my brain's really tired today. Essentially leashes for the bucket, so I can hook it up in Ladybug's pen or in the barn on a rail, and this will keep them from getting tipped over, dumped over, and be able to keep them up off the ground as well. So thank you so much, Anna G. from, I believe, Illinois. I appreciate that so much. Spike wants to come for visits too. You want to come for visits too. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really appreciate the gift and you helping to support our little farm along the way. You gonna go check it out? You gonna go see it? Ooh. Fancy. So nice. Nice purple bucket because you're a girl. Yummy. Nice fresh cool water on a hot day. On this particular day it was hot, so I was a little bit concerned just because she was sweating. And so I reached out to a friend of mine who's raised a ton of foals, and she's like, actually, it's a good thing that you see that she's sweating, because some horses, for some reason, they can't sweat, and then that's even worse. She's like, just make sure that you add a bit of salt, make sure she's drinking enough, make sure you check that she's not dehydrated. So I gave her, made sure she had clean water all the time, as well as I soaked her pellets instead of just leaving them dry, just to have some extra hydration. What do you think, Bug? What do you think? It's a gift all the way from Anna G. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Pretty nice, pretty fancy. Whoa, scary. It's like you haven't seen water all day, but your bucket over there is pretty much full still. We should bring you in your new straw bale. Hey? And fix up the tape on your legs, because it's all cattywampus. It is. It's not doing any good anymore. Gotta fix it up, honey. Pretty cool. Poor girl, she's not really a fan of the light being on so bright. However, as you can see, she's standing with a loose lead. She's not tied off hard and fast either, just gives her a little bit of resistance. Just retaped up her legs, just to give her some of that nice and solid support again. I was smart this time, and I will give her her milk after I tape her. So now that she's all done, I'll give her her milk. But she's looking great, doing good, as sassy as ever, right? Sassy as ever, Miss Ladybug. But she's growing so well. And hopefully those legs just keep on getting straighter. There you go. I used a second strap to hold up her milk pail a little bit higher. It's not a flat-sided bucket, and it doesn't have that little divot for the hook. So that's the one downside of that. But I think that will work a lot better than what we had set up before. I mean, it worked, but I'll take that disgusting rope out of there, and then we can be set up a little bit nicer. Hey, girlie, is it good milk? Good job. So what I set up earlier for her water, this is a lot nicer than the round buckets. However, these are 8 quart or 8 liter. And these buckets are only 5, so they're a lot smaller. I'd have to look around to see if any feed stores have the 5 liter buckets in a flat-sided bucket, just so it's a little bit more stable, but I don't know. It should work for the time being, I think. So we get to tuck her in and say goodnight. She's got feed and water and her last milk of the day. Hey, you like the scratches? You just want it to be feeding time again, hey? Yeah. She kind of goes through spurts, whether she wants lots and lots of milk in a bucket or if she wants lots and lots of grain. Isn't that right? Do we find an itchy spot? Yeah, there's an itchy spot. Hey, sweet girl. Yeah. She's doing good, though. Growing like crazy. Can't even feel her ribs anymore. Hey, you gaining weight? Yeah. Oof, you are shedding. We need to bring you a brush. Yes, we do.